Hey guys, once again I'm opening some command crates on my Jedi Guardian. You might be wondering why I only have 38 more tier 1 command crates and not 44 like I should have. Also why my bay is full. That's because I actually started recording this episode about a week ago, or 6 days ago I suppose, and I had just begun when all of my monitors went black and things went really bad. I spent about 2 days troubleshooting, trying to figure out what was going on, and finally admitted to myself that my GPU was just dead. Um, so I ordered a new one and installed it today. It is a bit of an upgrade, so that's nice, but I was doing just fine with my old one, so it would have been nice if I could get some more time out of it, but is what it is. Anyway, I'm just glad things are up and running now. I'm going to claim the items I want, disintegrate those, and then we will be back to opening more command crates, right where I left off, and hopefully this time this episode ends a little bit better. Nothing good there. As always, looking for some purple gear just for the armor rings, and command boosts are always nice. Gloves, I actually already have gloves, that's useless. I suppose it could be useful if I made a PvE set and a PvP set for this character, but I really don't plan on doing any PvE on her in the near future. And if I did, I probably would just use my PvP set and maybe pop an accuracy stim. These days I don't have too much of an opportunity to DPS, let alone melee DPS, and if I did, I would use my Shadow and not my lesser geared Guardian. Plus, it's been a long time since I've DPS'd, since I've PvE'd on this tune, so I don't really remember the PvE vigilance rotation anymore. I used to. Used to be fairly good at it too. It was a lot of fun, but that was a long time ago in not another galaxy, but another server at least. Alright, claiming these guys. We will get rid of those gloves. And, oh, I didn't get rid of anything. Another Gormak power cell. Those seem to be in plentiful supply. Alright. So in case you were curious, oh, belt. Oh, that's good, I will take that. Gotta keep those pants up, right? I had a GTX 770, which I got when I made this computer 4.5 years ago, I want to say. It had a pretty good run. I think usually graphics cards last a little longer than that. And I did dust it out regularly. It was in pretty good shape, no outward signs of damage, but I tried like everything I could think of. Ooh, there you go. Besides getting a new graphics card. I even was at the point, like, I uninstalled the drivers, reinstalled the drivers, and it was when I disabled the drivers and realized that allowed me to get in safe mode, or I got into safe mode, disabled the drivers, and then things worked normally, but only with one monitor. That kind of confirmed my suspicion. And when I enabled the driver again, I got all these little green dots on my monitor, and that happened regardless of which monitor I was hooked up to, so I realized it wasn't the monitor at fault, it was the graphics card. Let's grab this guy. So I removed all the dust, I made sure the connection was good, and I unhooked and rehooked up all the cables, and nope, still nothing, so that was when I broke down and said, alright, I'll just use this as an excuse to upgrade. So I got a 1060. I think the 1070 is the successor to the 770, or there might have been one or two in between. Yay, another command rank. Getting closer to my first tier 2 video. But the 1070 was a little more pricey and the 1060 was still an upgrade, so I went with that, and that's what I now have. Seems to be running really well, and wasn't too difficult to install, so overall I'm pretty happy with it, at least so far. It's only been going for a couple hours yet. First I was a little worried because one of the fans wasn't blowing, but once I started playing some Swtor, I checked on it again and both fans are going, so it looks like it's just programmed not to use both fans unless the load is a little bit heavier. And I'm okay with that. I think you can actually change that if you want to. But I probably won't mess with it. I did order an adapter for one of my monitors, because I thought it only had a VGA slot in the monitor, so I have a VGA to VGA cable, which I was using to a DVI slot before in my old graphics card. But the new one I was getting doesn't have one of those, I forget what they're called, DVI or DVI-D, I think it is, where you can use an adapter to change it to VGA. Alright, nothing good here. So I just bought an adapter for, I forget what they're called, those new ports. It's newer than HDMI even, or kind of a competitor to HDMI, I think. So I bought a thing on Amazon that switches that to VGA, but then I realized I actually had a DVI port on my monitor, and I found an extra DVI cable I had lying around, hooked it up, and it worked. So didn't need the adapter after all, but it's already on the way, too late to cancel. And it'll be here Monday, so I'll have it lying around just in case. And did I open a tier 2 crate by accident? I may have, but let's see, 234. I did. It's a little bonus crate there, one less we'll have for the next video. Anyway, I got, I think, one thing I needed. I got the belt and then a bunch of just miscellaneous stuff that I can probably put to use somewhere. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos on this character and others, and sooner or later I will be back for a tier 2 opening as well.